Well guys, I'm gonna make another video. This is the old truck I bought the other day. It's a 84 model GMC Classic, Sierra Classic. Truck's really clean old truck. I know the glare from the sun's pretty damn bad here, and it's like 100 degrees here in Alabama. But the old truck is actually really damn straight. Pretty clean old bed. Kind of just an old pawpaw truck. When I say that, the gentleman that had the truck, he is passed. He was the original owner. I bought it right here in Lanett, Alabama from Langley Motor Company, and he bought it brand new, and he was still driving the truck when he passed away at 103 years old. And he bought the truck brand new in '84. And on this side, as you can tell, there is zero rust anywhere in this truck, and it's just like that under the truck, as solid as it can be. I own a bunch of these square bodies, and this old truck is probably the nicest example for one that I've had in a long time. Like I said, zero rust anywhere, none on the doors. The door seals are tight. His grandson inherited it, and he had put a new set of tires on it, and you know, just kind of kept it, I guess, a little bit of maintenance on it, as far as he would drive it a little bit here and there. But it just got to where it was going to be a little too much for him. But to hold on to the truck, and it was last Saturday, I do believe it was. Yeah, last Saturday, actually purchased the truck, and I want y'all to kind of guess how much I paid for this thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I did clean it up some, but for the most part, the paint, you know, I didn't try to touch it up, buff it, or anything. We just washed it. This thing was full of leaves to about right here, so you can see a little surface rust starting to pop through. It needs to be covered with some paint. But power windows, power door locks, everything works. Even the old clock. Let's see right here if I can get you on that clock. Let's see. Even the clock still works in it. But every one of the gauges, cruise control works, tilt works. It has the factory sticky stern wheel from the factory. Even the factory radio. Let's see, I think it's off. Let's turn it on. Oh yeah. Factory radio still works. Factory dome light, even the cargo light still works. Factory air conditioning, it works perfect in it. Every gauge works in it. Truck cranks right up. And it, first year, has an overdrive. Original 700R truck. Like I said, air conditioning works. It blows cold. Just a really nice example of an old truck that has never been restored. It was just kind of kept up. Close that hood again. Walk around. The headlight adjusters, they appear to be either broken or loose. I haven't taken it apart to see, but like I said, truck, and it's still running off the gas. And he had parked this truck, I want to say it was 3 years ago. It's been sitting that long. He continued to keep insurance on it. Like I said, no smoke. I mean, it just runs perfect. No rust anywhere. The truck runs and drives great. He kept current tags on it. Of course, that's an old tag for us. So he just kept on putting the new sticker on it, which I actually have the new plate. But as you can tell, his granddaddy was real big on using the 2-inch over here. So as you can tell, he would kind of scrape the tag. But at 103, I hope that I'm still able. And I won't even, not even gonna lie to y'all, I'll never make it to 103. So we can count that shit out. But even the factory antenna is still in the windshield. Windshield doesn't have a crack on it. I do have the mirror. I have not put the mirror back on there. It had just sit where it was sitting at. The front was in the sun. The rest of the truck was covered, and that's why the damage to the hood, which is where it's faded. But like Caleb said, I think we can get wet sand that and clear coat it and be fine. But the front got the blunt of the damage. But like I said, the old truck runs out great. Little 305, factory 50 truck. Like I said, I'll turn that air back on. Let's see here. Air still works perfect in the truck. A really cool old truck, and like I said, it is still running off the gas from, like I said, 3-4 years ago. Zero rust anywhere. I mean, nowhere on this truck is it rusted. Still has all the liners in it. Like I said, just a nice old example of a square body. Like I said, I own a bunch of these square bodies, and that one is the nicest one I've owned in, I would say, 20 years. I had a really nice short wheelbase one when I was in my early 20s, and it was a two-toned tan and brown. We called it the little brown jug, but same exact truck. I want to say it was an 86 model or 87. I think it was 86 because it had the electric quadrajet kind of thing on it, and the HEI had kind of a different module on it. And I got a distributor from my boss at the time, Vince, to put in it. But it was a little short wheelbase brown and tan truck, and it was as nice as this, but you got to think about it, that was 20 years ago. So for this thing to still be in just as good a shape, you know, it's this thing's 40 years old now. Yeah. So is that right? No. Yeah, that is right. This thing's 40 years old. So a 40-year-old truck in this good a shape is kind of amazing to me. That's never been restored. It's just kind of one of those things. And I kind of wanted y'all to guess, but I'm going to tell y'all what I paid for it. But because I've already got the truck sold, and it's just one of those things. It still has the original sticker from the what was it, 1984? Yeah, official truck of the Olympics, Los Angeles, 1984. So, just the original truck. Never been messed with. Never hot rodded, nothing like that. Just a good old truck. But I gave $1,400 for this truck, and yeah, it's one of those things. I gave him what he was asking for it, and of course at the time it didn't run. It needed a battery, of course, and little stuff. But I actually do have a guy that's coming to get it this afternoon, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not, and I told him I was making money on it, and he knew that as well. But everything works perfect, like I said. Just a good old example of a square body. And they're out there, and that's kind of why I made this video. They're out there. There's still this nice a truck that somebody could still afford and have a really nice truck. You just got to go looking for them, guys. I mean, hell, we were at a pool party, and this truck was sitting across the street in the guy's yard, and I'd never met this guy in my life. And you know what? I waited for him to come outside. I know that sounds strange, kind of like I was stalking him, but he came outside and he was playing with his dogs in his yard, and I ran over there and started talking to him about his dogs. And I was like, hey man, I was like, that truck over there wouldn't be for sale, would it? And long story short, he was like, yeah. So we struck up a deal, and I paid him for it. Because his exact words was, son, when you get your money, just come on back and pay me for it, but it's yours until I hear from you. I said, sir, I just got to walk across the street, and I just got to get my money out of the car. I'm in my swim trunks right now. And I was like, I'll get you some money right now. He's like, well, I got the original title and 2 sets of keys. So needless to say, I hurried up and paid him, and I left the truck, and then me and Caleb came back the next day, Sunday, and picked it up. But it's just one of those things, guys. It don't take a lot of money to find something like this. I mean, it's a long wheelbase, yeah, I get it, but good gosh, the short wheelbase. If you had this truck in a short wheelbase and it was as nice as this nowadays, during pandemic kind of stuff, you're talking about I would say close to 20 grand for a truck like this. In this condition, on a long wheelbase truck, I mean, you're still talking almost north of, close to 10 grand for a truck like this. With that good a body, that good a paint that's still on it, just being all original, and the mileage it shows is 9,700 and 9,770. So with that being said, I'm 152% sure that's a 109,000 mile truck. I wouldn't say it has 200,000 miles on it, but like I said, he was 103 when he passed away, and he was still driving this truck. So it was one of those things from 84 to, I think he passed away in 2011, and then his grandson got it. And like I said, he kind of kept the upkeep on tires and oil change and stuff, and then after that it kind of just set. And he was going to restore it, and I was like, well, I don't think it needs restoring. I think it's still a great driver. I think somebody could buff it out some and have him a really nice truck. But that was his thing when I bought it. He said, son, I hope you don't crush it. And I was like, "Dude, what, sir?" And he's like, "I hope you don't crush that thing." He's like, "I hope you don't just part it out and crush it." And I said, "No, sir." I said, "I'm actually going to fix it up." And I said, "Whatever it needs, I'm going to replace it." And I said, "Then I'm going to sell it." I said, "But," I said, "I got a really, really, really small YouTube channel." And I said, "I post cars." And I said, "But sir," I said, "this truck will never, ever, ever get crushed as long as I have anything to do with it." And I said, "And I'll find it a good home." So, but he was a super nice guy. That's the only thing that I've seen that's missing on the truck is this one piece of trim that goes right there. The clip's still there. It's just the trim itself is missing. But other than that, really solid old truck. But hell, as always, I hope y'all like and subscribe. But this old truck, I had to make a video on it before they came and got it this afternoon, because it's just one of those things. I kind of want to remember the old truck some, because it's kind of one of those things. I want to keep it, but that's kind of what I do. I'm in the business of buying and selling cars, and I think this thing will get a lot more love than what I'm going to be able to give it. But as always, y'all be safe out there, and till I make another one, hey, y'all have a good one. See ya.